What's going on, Vortex Nation? Thanks for tuning in to the Vortex Nation Podcast, hosted by Vortex Optics, if you didn't already know that. Hey, you got Jimmy here on the mic, accompanied by Mark on the other mic, and all of this sound is being brought to you courtesy of our amazing MC, Ryan. I actually think that's the improper use of the term MC, but he's the guy behind the soundboard, so that's all you need to know.
It's the name we gave him. Like you said, it might be it's probably more mix master. I feel like it's more of a mixing that's going on here.
Agreed.
But all the sound that's coming to your ears right now, all the lovely sound, like you said, courtesy of our very own MC Ryan. That's his name. That's the name we gave him. It stuck.
Perfect. So what are we going to be talking about here, Mark? For those of you maybe listening, before you dive into a longer episode, let's give them an idea of what they're going to be hearing.
So yeah, Jim, pretty much everything Vortex Nation, and that encompasses a lot of different things. We're going to talk hunting, hunting tactics, hunting-related topics, anything hunting-related, anything shooting-related, and that could be techniques to different practices, to firearms in general, optics use.
You think we're really going to dive into many optics here on the Vortex Nation?
I think we'll talk about some optics.
I think it might be a topic that occurs.
I think it makes sense.
Naturally.
New products, Jim?
You might hear a little bit about some new products here on the podcast. Who knows? You might even hear it on the podcast before you hear it anywhere else.
I was going to say, you might hear it first.
You might. Like Mark said, hunting, shooting. We might even get into some cooking stuff because if you follow us elsewhere, you know that we like to eat. Because you like to eat, and we're just like you.
Everybody eats.
How cheesy was that? I gave it the whole, we're just like you.
It's true, though. Everybody eats. If there's one thing that we all have in common, we all eat in some fashion or another. If you don't, you're probably not going to be with us much longer.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly wish you the best.
That we do.
But yeah, I think if there's something we can all agree on, and if there's something that brings everybody together, it's food.
That it is. So, hey, as you're listening here, click on over to another episode, maybe on a more specific topic that you're interested in. Make sure you're leaving us reviews, comments, depending on the platform that you're on, because we want to hear your thoughts on how this podcast is going so we can make it as good as possible for you listeners out there. Also, hit the subscribe button, the follow button, whatever it might be, so that way you can stay up to date with the latest on the Vortex Nation podcast. Really, Mark, I guess other than that, for this first little episode here, I think that ought to do it.
I think we're good.
Jump on into another episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in a bit.